do. Right. It's bait testing time again. And I am going to do an all-out Baitworks test. Yes, all-out Baitworks. I've got Monster Red, I've got Royal Marine, and I've got Atlantic Heat. I'm a bit undecided what to do yet, whether to do all of one brand or all of all three, if you know what I mean. Yeah, pause for thought. Right, I've had a thought. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to do the boilies, the bottom bait boilies. So there'll be there'll be two of each brand. There'll be a freezer bait and a shelf life bait. So basically what's going to happen is Royal Marine, there's going to be one shelf life and one freezer bait. Atlantic Heat, one shelf life, one freezer bait. Monster Red, one shelf life, one freezer bait. So there's going to be 6 boilies in the tank. They're all bottom baits, like I say. So this will be interesting to see whether they all break down at the same time, being they're made from the same company. What is going to be interesting for me is to see the difference in the breakdown times, the difference between a frozen bait and a shelf life bait. That's the point of this test, to see the difference. Now, I've done the breakdown test on the Atlantic Heat, and if I remember rightly, it was 2 days. But now I've got a frozen one, so let's see if it breaks down any quicker. They say they break down quicker. Whether they will or not, we'll have to wait and see. So I'll just spin you around, and then you can have a look at the baits. Right, there we go. Royal Marine on the left, Atlantic Heat, Monster Red. And these little packets here, these are the fresh ones. So I've got frozen in the big bags, just to prove a point. Freezer, 15mm freezer bait. Okay. Like I say, the bags there, they're all freezer baits, and these little ones are the fresh ones, which are sample packs. So, right, let's get on with this test then. Right, there we have it. Right, I've added another boilie to the tank. So what I've done, I've added the hard hookers, one of each. As you can see, there's a temperature gauge there as well. There we go. That's in the water. That's 10 degrees Celsius. So we're at the moment with 10, say. Okay, so what I've done, I decided at the last minute to put the hard hookers in as well. So what we've got in the tank, we've got Atlantic Heat this side. We've got frozen, hang on, push it down a bit more. Frozen, which is the F, as you can see. H, hard hooker in the middle, and shelf life. Royal Marine, the same. Frozen, hard hooker, shelf life. And Monster Red, same again. Frozen, hard hooker, shelf life. So obviously we know the hard hooker is going to last longer, but I want to see how long they do last. So in theory, the freezer should break down first, followed by the normal bottom baits, and then followed by the hard hooker. But let's see if it does. Okay, so there you have it. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in the shed in 6 hours and check on them. Okay, so I'll see you in 6 hours. That'll do. Right, 6 hours in. Yep, things are happening after 6 hours. Oh, yes, things are happening. Right, let's spin you around, you can have a look. Right, first thing is, temperature's dropped. You can see that better. Probably better without it. Yeah, it's 9.7 now. God, it is night time. But yeah, look at that. Now then, the Monster Red, which are these three. Look at all that red dye or whatever it is that's leaking off them. This one looks like it's breaking up, and that's the shelf life. That frozen one does as well, to be honest, and that one. Anyway, let's get them out and have a look, because that looks interesting. Right, we'll start with the Atlantic Heat freezer bait. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's gone. Oh. Yeah. 6 hours. And that's breaking up. That won't last much longer, to be honest. Yeah. That's gone. So the Atlantic Heat freezer bait lasted 6 hours. Pull that down a bit, you can see better. Right, the Atlantic Heat shelf life. Let's have a look at that one. That's breaking up as well, look. Still solid though, but it's starting to... What's wrong with this camera? Getting too close. That's still okay though, the shelf life. So we'll put that one back in. Smell, yeah, still smells. Obviously the hard hook is going to be hard, but I'll get it out and have a look. Yeah, that's solid. I'll put that one back. Oh, move a bit. No hooks on these, so I'm going to move about a bit. Smell on the freezer bait. Yes, absolutely stinks. Still stinks after 6 hours, and it broke up. So there you go. Atlantic Heat freezer bait lasted 6 hours. Right, Royal Marine next. Let's get the freezer one out. So look. Oh, yeah, that's gone as well. That's gone as well. Does it smell? Yes, absolutely. Fucking stinks to high heaven. Pair of them. So that one's 6 hours as well. This one's the hard hooker. Yeah, solid that one. And the shelf life Royal Marine. Yeah, that's starting to crumble as well, look. Yeah, a good part of the outer skin's gone on that. Yeah, no, that's gone as well. Yeah, that's gone. So that's the Royal Marine freezer and shelf life have gone at the same time. The shelf life one's still solid in the middle, so a good percentage of it, the outer skin's gone. As you can see, the boilie's still solid in the middle, so that probably lasts a little bit longer, to be honest. A tad longer than the freezer bait, so there's not a lot of difference between them two. Right, Monster Red. We'll get the freezer bait out on the Monster Red. Let's go back a bit. Yeah, that's gone as well. Yeah. Yeah, that's gone. So the Monster Red freezer bait has gone as well. 6 hours. Let's have a look at the hard hooker. That should be alright. Yeah, that's fine. And now I'll get the shelf life out. Monster Red shelf life. Yeah, a bit of the crust is soft, but it's still pretty solid underneath, so that's going to last a bit longer. I'm going to have to check these again in 3 hours, I think, or a couple of hours. Put that one back in. So, yes, and that still smells as well. So, basically, they've all got the smell. Like I say, that's still... I'm going to pop that one back in. Because it's still, because as you can see, it's mostly just a skin that's broke off it. So, the freezer ones are gone. They lasted 6 hours. Absolutely gone. Disintegrated. The shelf life one on the Atlantic Heat is still solid. The shelf life one on the Royal Marine is breaking up, but it's still solid underneath. And the same with the Monster Red, that's breaking up but solid underneath. Just the skin that's breaking off it. So they are starting to break down. But like I say, the hard hookers are going to be in there. I mean, they should last a week. They did last time I did a test. So, well, that's what we're at the moment. So what I'll do I'll give it about 3 hours and then I'll come back and I'll check them again in 3 hours. I would presume, or maybe 2 hours, I presume that the shelf life will be gone by then as well, by the look of it. But yeah, so we'll leave it at that for now. Okay, catch you in a bit. That'll do. Right, we are 15 hours. Yes, 15 hours. So the last one was 9 hours. I've gone 15 hours, six hours later, as I was asleep. So it is what it is. Yeah, it looks like they broke down. So we'll have a spin round and have a look. All right, there we go. The water temperature has gone down to 9. Yeah, 9 Celsius. So it got a little bit colder overnight. Let's have a look at this. Right, let's get the Atlantic Heat shelf life out. Yes. Where are we? Yeah, that's gone, mate. Yeah. Yeah, that's gone. That's gone. So the shelf life lasted 15 hours. Monster Red shelf life. Yeah, that's gone. Yeah, that's gone. And the Royal Marine, get hold of it. There we go. Oh, it's dusk. Yeah. Yeah, so all three freezer baits lasted 6 hours. The shelf life lasted 15 hours, so it's double the time, isn't it? You know, you're looking at probably double the amount of time from the shelf life to the freezer. Let's try these hard hookers. I know these last for ages. So yeah, that's solid. That solid. Yeah, that's solid as well. Does it smell? Can't get hold of it. Yeah, that smells. I can still smell that one. That Royal Marine. Monster Red. Yeah. That's like spicy, that smell. I can smell that. Atlantic Heat. Not much smell on that, I'm afraid. Not much smell on that at all. A little bit. Small percentage. But the other two smell really good. Yeah, they smell. That smells. That smells. That smells. And that smells. Yeah, the freezer smells better. The freezer smells better, but they've all got a smell. So yeah, there is something to be said for freezer baits, in my opinion. Yeah, so there you have it. The freezer baits lasted 6 hours, and the shelf life lasted 15, well, between 12 and 15 hours. So you're looking at double the amount of time. Yes, they've all got smell. The freezer ones are slightly better smell than the shelf life ones, but the shelf life ones are still smelling. It's one of them, isn't it? It's how long do you want to leave your baits in there? If you're fishing overnight and you go to bed at, say, like midnight and get up at 6, 7 in the morning, the chances are that you're not going to have anything on your hair rig. You know, the bait will have gone because you're looking at like 6, 7 hours. If you've got a shelf life boilie on, yeah, you'll get away with an overnight session. You know, you can up to 12 hours and it'll be okay. So it's one of them, isn't it? You know, how long do you want to leave your baits in without checking them? I suggest if you've got freezer baits on, especially with these Baitworks freezer baits, you need to be checking them, you know, every 3 hours basically. If they're only going to last 6 hours before they've disintegrated, you know, you probably get 3 or 4 hours max out of them, and then you need to be changing them. So it's going to be like, if you're using the freezer baits, you're going to have to be checking them regular. If you're on the shelf life, yeah, you don't need to check them. You can probably get away with checking them twice in a 24-hour session, you know, up to 12 hours. So you will get that overnight kip and that without having to get up and rebait during the night. So, unless you catch fish, of course, that is. So, yeah, the hard hookers are still in there. I would presume that the hard hookers will last up to 7 days, like the other ones I've done that I've tried. So, I'm not gonna leave them in. I'll finish this video off. Shall I leave them in? I might just do another video on them. Yeah, I'm not going to leave them in. I'll do another video on the hard hookers. I'll put all 3 in a tank and see how long they last. So I'm going to wrap this video up on that. So yeah, conclusion: freezer baits, all 3 of them. That is Atlantic Heat, Royal Marine and Monster Red. 15mm freezer baits, 6 hours. Shelf life 15 hours, 12, 15 hours, I would say. So, and they still smell. Yep, absolutely. Beautiful. All 3 of them still smell. So, thanks for watching. Stay safe. The tug is the bug. And rip some lips. Catch you in a bit.